Welcome to the Initiative.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Initiative. So today I will once again be talking about villains that I'd love to see in the future of the Avengers game. After playing through the campaign, one of the things that I thought to myself was I wish there were more iconic Marvel villains here, and I know that I've talked about villains I'd like to see in this game in the past, but now with the knowledge that I've gained through playing the game and playing through the side missions and the multiplayer, I feel more informed and I feel more able to make guesses as to which villains are more likely. So I thought I would talk about this again. Now obviously I'm still biased and I will probably repeat some choices I've talked about in previous videos, but in case you haven't seen those videos, then this is the perfect video for you. So getting right ahead to it, I think the first group of villains that I would love to see added to the game have to be the Kree, and I feel like these villains are very likely to be added, especially after playing through the ending of the campaign where Kamala defeats MODOK in a Kree sentry, probably Sentry 459. I'm just making an educated guess that this is like this world's version of 459, and right after that, the sentry, once it's defeated, sends out a signal to outer space, which to me implies that we'll be seeing more of the Kree very soon. And with all the hints at Captain Marvel and Carol Danvers throughout the game, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kree are the villains that come attached with a Captain Marvel expansion in the future. And that makes me very excited. I would love to actually take on a Kree sentry this time, like with my full team, and give the Kree like a life bar. That'd be an awesome villain sector in my opinion. You could also throw in Ronan the Accuser, who's a great character in the books, and I would love to see either of those things happen in the future, so that's very exciting to me. The second villain and or group of villains I'd love to see in the future of the Avengers game is Hydra. Like very early in the game, we get references and hints at Madame Hydra existing in this universe, and obviously Hydra is just a very big part of the Marvel universe as a whole. I think Hydra brings a variety of enemy types to the table. You could have a bunch of soldiers and grunts in their green uniforms, which would definitely set them apart from the AIM soldiers. And on top of that, you could get some of the Hydra robots who usually have this like skull-inspired design that are very exciting. I think Hydra could easily come packed in with like a Falcon or Winter Soldier expansion. And we've seen leaks that imply that maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier will be added to the game eventually after all, so this would be something that I very much enjoy. And as for storyline, I think it'd be very cool if they did something like in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon where AIM and Hydra are at odds with one another and they actually end up fighting over the Cosmic Cube. I think that is very compelling to me, and I would love to see these two evil like organizations fighting one another. Now, my third pick for villains that I'd love to see in the future of this game is fairly obvious, and I had to put it in there because I just love Doctor Doom. It's Doctor Doom, and I think the recent Kate Bishop trailer gives me hope that this could be a possibility, because in the Kate Bishop trailer, of course, we get these hints at temporal rifts, which imply that, you know, time travel is happening, and Doctor Doom, of course, is very well known for being a master of time travel. He actually uses time travel to go back in time and learn magic from the greatest sorcerers of their time. It's a really cool aspect of the character that I really enjoy. And Doctor Doom overall is a character that I really love, not necessarily as a villain, but just as a supporting character in the Marvel Universe. And similarly, I would love to see him in a supporting role in this game. I want to see the creative team's depiction of Doctor Doom, but I don't necessarily want to fight him. In fact, I would much prefer seeing Doom as sort of a faction leader kind of character, kind of like Hank Pym is at the moment. Like, I would love to go to Latveria, visit Doom's castle, walk around there, explore it, and then like run errands for Doctor Doom. I think that'd be really great. I would love for that to be our connection with Doom in the game if it ever happens. But moving on from Doctor Doom, another villain and or group of villains I would love to see in the future is the Masters of Evil. Now, we already know that a lot of the members of the Masters of Evil already exist in this world. The Avengers tie-in comics actually cover that quite a bit, and they show off characters like the Absorbing Man, Beetle, Titania. Plus, the game itself has already shown us that Loki exists on Earth, with Taskmaster and Abomination are being cloned constantly. So all of these people could easily make up the Masters of Evil in this game's universe. However, I would particularly like it if this game actually gave us new depictions of the Wrecking Crew. I love the Wrecking Crew. They're not like the most iconic Avengers villains, but they are actually pretty involved in the history of the Avengers. They've taken on the new Avengers. They took part in Under Siege and Regular Siege as well, I believe. And with the Spider-Man expansion coming right up, I mean, in one of Spider-Man's most iconic stories of all time, The Kid Who Collects Spider-Man, Spider-Man actually faces off against Thunderball, which is, pretty epic. I think the coolest thing about adding the Wrecking Crew to the game would actually be that you could get some pretty cool artifacts from fighting them. Obviously, the Wrecking Crew has these really important, powerful weapons like the crowbar and the ball and chain. And I think those would make for really cool rewards. Like after you beat the Wrecking Crew, you get those things as artifacts. I think that'd be really awesome. So the Wrecking Crew and the Masters of Evil, that'd be a really cool addition to the game, in my opinion. And last but certainly not least, Ultron. Oh my god, I would love to see Ultron in this game. I've gone on and on about Ultron in the past. I think Ultron is hands down the best Avengers villain of all time. We've already seen a little bit of Hank Pym in the game, and what we have seen I've really enjoyed. They make it very clear that he's not the most stable person. They make it very clear that his tech is also not very stable. So I think they are trying to set up that Hank Pym will create Ultron in the future, and I would love to see this creative team's take on the greatest Avengers villain of all time, and hopefully that leads as well to the creation of Vision and making Vision a playable character. So Ultron definitely, I think, needs to be added as well, but that can come later down the line. For now, I think, the Masters of Evil, the Kree, Hydra, I think those are probably additions that should come sooner rather than later. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with my list? What do you think about Doom as a faction leader? I am really attached to that idea. I hope that actually is the case if we ever do see Doom in the game. What do you guys think about Ultron being added? How likely do you think these ideas are? Let me know, and I hope you're having an awesome day.